Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I post weight loss tips and advice videos every single week to help people who are struggling or may need a little bit of extra advice losing weight. Today is not one of those videos. This is just a bonus video on my channel. We are actually on a trip right now. If you haven't seen my last video, I'll link it on the screen right now. We are in Shenandoah National Park. We are headed out there again today. We're gonna go do White Oak Canyon Trail today. It's a 10-mile hike. So if you're here for that, if you'd like to check that out, I'll be showing the trailheads, what the status is looking like as of COVID 2020 as far as the waterfalls. So we have never been on this trail before. This will be our first time as well. We're gonna go ahead and get the day started. So let's go. So we made it to White Oak Trail. We're headed to the waterfall with the natural water slide and the waterfall that you can actually swim in. We just talked to the ranger at the ranger station, and he said it was about 1.5 miles up on the trail. So just for reference. Also, not a lot of parking in the parking lot at 10 a.m. on a Friday morning. And once they run out, you're just kind of screwed. So keep that in mind. So the first mile of this hike is pretty much straight uphill. So it's really steep climbing. You do come to 1 or 2 waterfalls that you can stop at in the first mile and a half to get you to where the actual waterfall slide is, where you can swim and stuff. But the rest of it is just pretty much really steep climbing. So.
Are you recording?
Yep. Something we always notice when we go to the national parks, which we have a goal to hit all the national parks at some point in time throughout our travels, but everybody is always so nice in the national parks. Everybody you run into on the trail, I don't think we've ever had one bad encounter on a hike or doing something in the national park. The rangers are always really nice. It's a nice switch up. Definitely can't say the same for Washington, D.C. They are an angry group down there. So we continued hiking past the waterfall where you can swim and where the natural water slide is. We're actually doing the whole White Oak Canyon Trail loop today. So in total, it's 9.5 miles. So we're at the top parking lot here on Skyline Drive. We started at the bottom. So if you want to do this hike where you get to the natural water slide, you can either start on Skyline Drive, they've got a parking lot, and you hike down, or you park where we were at, and I'll show you on the All Trails app. I'll link it in the description. I'll show you where we parked, and directions lead you to the parking lot that we used. But the first portion of the hike that we did today was all uphill. So if you want to do it the way we did it, we went uphill first, and now hopefully we'll be going back downhill to get to our car. So the second portion of the hike will be easier on us. So we started up here, came all the way down, and now we are here at the parking lot here off of Skyline Drive. The waterfall where the water slide is somewhere right back here. It's about 1.5 miles to 2 miles if you start from where we started. And now we have to connect into actually a horse trail, go all the way back around, and then back down to our parking lot. So one thing that you'll notice if you're hiking here in Shenandoah National Park is that the trails are all really well marked. We haven't been, we've been to quite a few national parks. The only other one that we've seen or been to that is this well marked is Grand Teton in Wyoming. So here in Shenandoah National Park, you have 3 different trail markings that you'll run into while you're out here hiking, either blue, yellow, or white. The blue, from what I can understand so far, is just Shenandoah National Park trails. The yellow, which is what we're on right now, will sometimes connect into the blue and be a path for you to get to another section of a hike, and those are horse trails because a lot of people bring their horses up here to ride, or you can go to an outfitter and ride horses for the day. And then white, which we haven't been on yet just because none of our hikes have taken us there, marks the section or the portions of the Appalachian Trail that go through Shenandoah National Park. I think that they do such a good job of marking those because the Appalachian Trail runs through here, and you don't want, if you are one of those people who are trying to complete the full Appalachian Trail, you don't want to get sidetracked or have to backtrack miles if you accidentally got on a national park trail or a horse trail and you thought that you stayed on the Appalachian Trail. So just a thing to keep in mind while you're out hiking here, but they do a really good job of marking them. Most of the time of our hikes, it's just Ashley getting stuff out of my backpack. So we just finished the horse trail portion of White Oak Canyon Trail. So we caught a horse trail over to the last segment that's going to take us back to our parking lot where we have our car. Right when you get to the other side of the falls, then you have a viewpoint that you can look out on, and it'll show you the falls all the way down. If you've made it to this point where the viewpoint is, you have 2.6 miles back to your car. So that's what we have to go do right now. So we did not stop at that last segment of falls because it is really crowded here today. It's Friday, July 10th, and it's going on 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So there's a lot of people in here that have brought coolers and families and little kids. So I believe that's the last segment of falls that you can swim in before you get back to the parking lot. But it would have been really cool to have been able to do it, but there was just too many people down there. How do you feel?
I feel like death. I feel like I'm dying.
How many miles you do?
8.77.
So we made it back to the car. That is a really interesting hike. We finished out at 9 miles. It took us we started at 10. It is now 4:25 p.m. So almost 6.5 hours to do that hike. We did stop a whole lot to swim in the waterfall and go down the water slide and things of that nature. We also took other breaks to eat and just kind of see the sights. So we weren't in that big of a rush, but you definitely should be aware of that if you're going to come do this hike. Also, either bring plenty of water or some type of water filtration device so you can get water at one of the falls and filter it out, because on a day like today where it's like middle July and it's really hot, you get dehydrated really quickly, because portions of this hike, no matter how you do it, are going to be pretty steep uphill climbs. We came to White Oak Boundary Parking. That's where we parked our car. It's just about preference, but if that helps you out when you're trying to plan out your day or this hike as far as where you're staying, I hope that helps. We are staying in Charlottesville, Virginia, which is about an hour away from this parking lot. So this one was the most convenient for us. It would have taken us a longer drive to drive up to the parking lot and the trailhead off of Skyline Drive. It can all be personal preference. You can map it out however you want, but this is the way we did it, and I'm glad that we did it this way. So we are back at our Airbnb. We just got cleaned up, about to head out to dinner. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us today on our little hike adventure in Shenandoah National Park. This will be our last hike, our last day here. Tomorrow we catch our flight back home. So far, everything, I mean, we really like this park. I mean, it's really nice. We highly suggest people coming here. If you've never been here before, it's definitely worth taking the time to like map out a place to stay like we did here in Charlottesville. Once again, all of the information that we used, all of the Airbnb information will be in the description box down below if you want to check them out. It's about an hour from the park, so it was really easy for us to just get up every morning, go grab something to eat, and then get on the road and hit the hikes that we did. If you didn't see my last Shenandoah National Park video hike that we did, I will link it on the screen right now so you can check it out. It's the hike that we did 2 days ago on our first day here. But I really hope you enjoyed these videos. We really enjoy making these travel videos because this is something that we genuinely love doing. So hopefully you get some benefit out of it as far as what hikes to do, what they're like, what you can and can't do, and so forth. I hope that they're a good resource for anybody who's traveling to any of the places that we go. Like I said before, if you like these types of videos and you find them beneficial, subscribe to my channel for this type of content. We do travel quite often, especially to national parks. So next month in August of 2020, we'll be in Maine at Acadia National Park. We'll be there for a full 7 days. And then in October of 2020, 3 months from now, we will be in Hawaii, different islands, but in the state of Hawaii for a full 2 weeks. And we'll be going to both national parks down there along with a ton of other stuff. And I plan on filming all of that as well. So if that kind of content interests you, subscribe to my channel, like this video. Also, if you are here for my normal video content, which is weight loss advice, that content will absolutely still be available. That content is posted every Monday at 2 p.m. every single week for people who are trying or struggling that need help losing weight. So these are just kind of bonus videos on the channel when we get the opportunity to make them. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and coming along on our trip with us. And I will see you all in the next video.